What is up, guys? It is Nick or the Notorious Fantasy back again today with another fantasy football video. In today's video, I got Week 14 quarterback start or sit decisions. Now, before I get into Week 14 quarterback start or sit decisions, I'd like to give you guys a word from my friends and my sponsors over at OverlayDFS.com. OverlayDFS.com is my favorite way to play daily fantasy football. Now, they allow 10 max lineups in each contest. Obviously, I typically play the progressive game, and the reason why I play the progressive game is because if you're in the top 10%, you win 9 times your buy-in. In the $2.5 game, that's $18. In the $22 game, that's $180. And in the $109 game, you hit that top 10%, you get $900. But here's the kicker. If you hit that beautiful 12-0, which you're going to be striving to get in the $22 game, which is obviously, guys, the game to play, you could hit over $9,000. By the time it is Sunday, it may be over $10,000 if you hit that beautiful 12-0 and all of the stars align. Obviously, there are other people in the contest, but it's pretty much just you versus the board. You only really have to worry about your score and the score that is going to get you to hit that cash and that top 10% money. So, obviously, guys, I'm going to show you how it works real quick so that you have a better understanding of it. You're going to be making 12 picks plus 3 alternate picks. Those alternate picks are so if someone gets hurt, then that matchup gets voided, and then you just take one of the games from your alternates. You're also going to be making it so you put them in order of how confident you are to get more points for the tiebreaker if you and someone else happens to tie. So obviously at the top, you would want to put the games you're most confident in. It's pretty much just player versus player. It is not that complicated. Who will score more fantasy points, Lamar Jackson or Pat Mahomes, Aaron Rodgers or Kirk Cousins? And my favorite thing to do is stack some players. So I like to go with 2 players on the same team. You can go with Aaron Rodgers, right? I think Aaron Rodgers is going to have a big game, so I also am going to match him with Devontae Adams. So if they both have a big game, that's an easy 2-0 there for me. So make sure to check out OverlayDFS.com, link down below in the description. Come join me. I will be playing this week. I play every single week. It is going to be a blast. Let's go. And we are back. Make sure to check out OverlayDFS.com, link down below in the description. Let's get right into this video. Week 14 quarterback start or sit decisions. The first game here is obviously the Thursday night matchup between the Cowboys. How about them boys at the Chicago Bears? Now, them boys lost last week to my boy Josh Allen, laid the pipe to Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys, and Jason Garrett is going to be clapping on the sideline all game against the Chicago Bears because I think, honestly, the Dallas Cowboys roll the Bears in this game. I like Dak Prescott in this game, given Amari Cooper is completely healthy. Knock one time if you're with me. Dak Prescott has been performing quite well, regardless of if the team is winning or not. He is throwing the most passing yards in the NFL right now. He is performing quite well in fantasy football, so I like him this week, even up against a tougher Chicago Bears defense. Now, I'm obviously going to be sitting down, kissing titties Trubisky, because if you're in a point per kiss titties league, then maybe you could fucking start Mitch Trubisky, but if it's real fucking fantasy football, Mitch Trubisky, in my opinion, is not going to do all that much in this game, and even if he does, did you really want to start Mitch Trubisky on your team? It would feel fucking scary. You feel like playing Russian roulette. Instead of with 1 bullet in the gun, you're spinning it and there's 5 bullets in the gun and there's 1 shot to hope that you fucking live. That's what it is when you're playing with Mitchell Trubisky. Next game here to start off the Sunday slate is the Colts at the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. You better believe I'm rolling with my main man, Famous Jameis. We're going to be eating some fucking W's in this game. I believe that Famous Jameis has a feast with the Indianapolis Colts defense. I love Famous Jameis this week to be a top 10 quarterback after having a not-so-hot last week. I'm also going to be sitting down Jacoby B, Jacoby Brissett, Jacoby Moneybags, whatever you like to call him. I'm just going to sit him down because if I'm being honest with you, I do not trust Jacoby Brissett for fantasy football. He has no wide receivers. T.Y. Hilton maybe plays, maybe doesn't play. If he plays, is he even going to be out there? Is he a fucking decoy? What is he? Jacoby Brissett, you cannot trust him in fantasy football for the rest of the season. I just don't trust him at the quarterback position. Next game here, we got the Baltimore Ravens at the Buffalo Bills, and the Buffalo Bills are going to be buzzing in Buffalo. Guys are going to be jumping through tables. They're going to be drunk people yelling all game long. The stadium is going to be buzzing, and I love Lamar Jackson and Josh Allen in this game. I think that Lamar Jackson puts on a clinic, even up against this tough Buffalo Bills defense. I think that both of these guys are going to be able to perform, but I think Lamar Jackson, obviously a top 5 guy pretty much every single week, and even up against a tougher Buffalo Bills defense, you better believe he's probably going to be my number 1 quarterback on the week Josh Allen also facing up against a tougher Baltimore Ravens defense. I still like him in this game to be a top 12 guy. He has that rushing ability. He runs up and down the field. He's hurdling guys. He's doing it all with his legs. We saw last week on Thanksgiving. He said hike. The ball fucking hit the ground. He picked the ball up and ran straight for that first down. He's an alpha male. He has a hammer cock, and you better believe Josh Allen is going to be a great start this week against the Baltimore Ravens. Next game here, we got the Lions at the Minnesota Vikings. I like Kirk Cousins in this game. You like that? Kirk Cousins is going to be able to ball out this week against the Detroit Lions. A top 8-ish start for Kirk Cousins in this game. The Detroit Lions defense is not all that hot. We saw Kissing Titties Trubisky carve them up on Thanksgiving like some fucking turkey. And I think that Kirk Cousins is going to be able to do absolutely the same thing. David Blow played quite well in the game on Thanksgiving, but I really don't believe you can rely on him in fantasy football. So he's definitely going to get a ride the pine this week and be a sit in fantasy football for week 14. Next game here, we got the Washington Redskins at the Green Bay Packers, and obviously, Aaron Rodgers is going to fucking destroy in this game. The Washington Redskins defense could not stop anyone. You could put the local JV kid in and have him throw the ball, and he would obviously ball it against the Washington Redskins. Obviously, that's a fucking joke. That's impossible. The Redskins defense has made the NFL, and the high school JV kid will never make the fucking NFL, but Aaron Rodgers is going to be able to ball out and carve up this defense and eat in this fucking game. He's having some Thanksgiving leftovers against the Washington Redskins. He balled out last week against the Giants in the snow, and you better believe he could do it again against the Washington Redskins in the frigid weather of Green Bay. I'm going to be sitting down Dwayne Haskins because if I'm being honest with you, you guys know if you've been watching for a while. If you haven't, please make sure to click that subscribe button if you have not already. But Dwayne Haskins, you guys know I call him a trash can. But in reality, the reason why he's a trash can is because that offensive line spreads like the Red Sea to allow any defender to come straight in. They say, hey, come in. Come in. I'll let you in. Come on in. And they just fucking open the hole, and you just get fucked. Dwayne Haskins just getting fucked straight through that hole. He has no goddamn chance in this game. I feel sorry for him. I feel sorry for the fact that his career is likely going to get derailed by this terrible Redskins team. Dwayne Haskins probably going to get fucked in this game. Sit him down in fantasy football. Next game here, we got the Broncos at the Texans. We've got Big Dick Drew Lock in this game. Absolutely carving up the LA Chargers last week. Looking quite strong, but he's going to be a sit in this game. I do not trust him up against the Texans, and I don't trust having just one great game into being a start, especially since he only threw 2 touchdowns in that game. I'm going to be starting up Deshaun Watson in this game. Last week, Deshaun Watson caught a touchdown. I'm not sure if that was a pass, what it was, because it was a DeAndre Hopkins shovel his way. He ended up catching it, and he ended up scoring that goddamn touchdown. And in this game against the Denver Broncos, I believe that Deshaun Watson is going to be able to ball out of control in this game. Definitely a top 3 type of quarterback on the week in this game. Next game here, we got the 49ers at the New Orleans Saints. And I know you might be thinking, Nick, you fucking idiot. How are you going to sit Drew Brees? Drew Brees is one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL. One of the best pocket passers in the league. You know he has like one of the most many touchdowns in the league history ever. He's so fucking good, Nick. You fucking idiot. That might be what you're thinking. You might be thinking, how can you sit Drew Brees? And I'm going to say it to you right now. The 49ers defense is no joke if your quarterback is immobile. Drew Brees can't fucking run. His name is not Lamar Jackson. His name is not Josh Allen. He can't run out of the pocket and hit you with the whoop-de-wop and run for a first down. He cannot do that. He is going to be getting his ass sacked and laid down in this game. I do not believe Drew Brees is worthy of a start this week. I don't know why I just sounded like that, but Jimmy Garoppolo also not worthy of a start. I do not trust Jimmy GQ in this game up against the New Orleans Saints. Next game here, we got the Bengals at the Cleveland Browns. So you better believe I'm starting up Baker Mayfield in this game, but he's got the next to his name for a good reason. I just don't know if I could trust him after that. And he pulled a Drew Brees from earlier in the season, threw the ball, and hit his hand up against that guy's helmet. And I don't know how he came back in the third quarter. Drew Brees went immobile for fucking 4 weeks, and Baker Mayfield just came right back into the game. So it may not be that big of a deal. So I am going to be starting him up against the Cincinnati Bengals. Even though the Cincinnati Bengals laid the pipe on Sam Darnold last week, I believe that Baker Mayfield will be able to have a good game this week against the Bengals. I'm going to be sitting down Red Rocket Andy Dalton, obviously coming back last week, balling against the Jets. I just don't believe he could do it again against the Cleveland Browns. Next game here, we got the Panthers at the Atlanta Falcons. I'm going to be starting up Matty Ice, Matt Ryan in this game. The comeback kid, just kidding, the reverse comeback kid, because they got fucked by the Patriots a couple Super Bowls ago, 28-3. Never forget funniest shit ever. But Matt Ryan in this game against the Panthers, I really think he could have a good game. Last week, he had a good game in fantasy and played like shit. Didn't have Julio Jones in this game. I think he is going to be able to fuck up the Carolina Panthers without Riverboat Ron. I think this is in for a shootout type of game, and I like Matty Ice in this game. Kyle Allen, not too sure how that offense is going to look. Obviously, I believe it could be a shootout, but that could be because he's just handing the fucking ball to Christian McCaffrey 9,000 times, because that's what Riverboat Ron should have been doing to keep his job. You just hand the ball to Christian McCaffrey 9,000 times, and you fucking win the game. Kyle Allen, obviously, should be okay in this game. You could do a lot worse than him, but I would not be starting him in any type of 10 to 12 team league. Next game here, we got the Dolphins at the Jumbo Jets. You better believe we're starting my boy, Ryan fucking Magic. Ryan Fitzmagic last week played electric against the Philadelphia Eagles. He went over there and filled up their asshole. He is going to fuck up the New York Jets in this game. You better believe it. I live in New Jersey. I live where all the Jets fans are around me blowing Sam Darnold. They're saying how great Sammy Mano is. And I don't believe it. But in this game, I will believe that Sam Darnold will play a good game because the Dolphins' defense just is not that good. I believe Sam Darnold will have a good game, and I also believe Ryan Fitzpatrick will have a good game. Obviously, Sam Darnold will be higher on the rankings because Ryan Fitzpatrick has that risk. Will his magic have ran out? He's got like some type of a magic fucking like sack or some shit that he keeps the magic in. He's opened it up. There might be no dust left in it. He might be fucking going like this, trying to empty the shit out. I almost just made a weird motion that I'm not going to be making on the internet, but he's going to be, doing that, trying to get the dust out, and maybe the magic particles have ran out, but right now it does not seem like it. I like Sammy Mano, and I like Ryan Fitzmagic in this game. Next game here, we got the Chargers at the Jacksonville Jaguars, and Mr. 12 Kids has not been performing well this season. I thought before the season that Mr. 12 Kids and the Chargers would be on pace to be a playoff team and a potential team that Tom Brady might be scared of, and Tom Brady would not shed any fear at Phillip Rivers. Phillip Rivers fucking sucks. The fucking Chargers are terrible. Sit down, Phillip Rivers. Gardner Minshew walk, got back in the saddle after Big Dick Nick Foles got benched on Sunday. Obviously, Gardner Minshew looked pretty good, but I just don't know if I could trust him as my main fantasy football quarterback, so I'm going to sit him down on the bench, especially with the Chargers defense looking a bit better last week. Next game here, we got the Chiefs at the New England Patriots. Now, I'm going to be starting up Patty Mahomes in this game. Obviously, this is the rematch from the AFC Championship game last week. That was fucking, not last week, that was last year. It was beautiful. It was amazing. We all liked it, except for the fact, the ending, there's some Patriots fans probably watching this video, obviously. I have 3,000 subscribers. I'm sure there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe 10 guys that like the Patriots, and obviously that's okay. But as everyone else who does not like the Patriots, we were hoping Pat Mahomes would come up big and the Kool-Aid man Andy Reid would come up big, but he didn't. But in this game, the Patriots look fucked, all right? They let Deshaun Watson smack their ass around last week. I don't think that happens in this game. I think this is going to be a closer game, but I believe Pat Mahomes balls out. Him and his Kermit the Frog fucking voice is going to be heaving the ball all over the field. He's going to be putting ketchup all over the touchdowns that he scores in this game. I like Pat Mahomes. Now, Tom Brady, on the other hand, much more of a safe option in fantasy football. I never really believed that he could be a top 5 or 10 fantasy quarterback. Do I believe he could play? Do I believe he's one of the best quarterbacks in the game? Obviously. Do I think that Tom Brady will have a good game this week against the Chiefs? Probably. So I'm going to start him in my fantasy football lineup. Next game here, we got the Titans at the Oakland Raiders. You better believe I'm starting up Ryan Tannehill. Ryan Tannehill of the Miami Dolphins. I hated him for a while. He was kind of shit, but now he's got new scenery in Tennessee, and Ryan Tannehill is the only 10 I see because Ryan Tannehill has been balling out of control, and you better believe you can't hop off the hype train. Ryan Tannehill is going to go into Oakland, into the stadium where the black hole is. They're going to be casting that black hole. They're going to be loud, and Ryan Tannehill is going to be louder when he shuts them the fuck down. I love Ryan Tannehill in this game. I'm going to be sitting down Derek Carr, because Derek Carr hasn't done shit the last couple of games. He just is not all that, so I do not like him this week against the Tennessee Titans, especially a pretty good defense in the Titans. Next game here, we got the Steelers at the Arizona Cardinals. You better believe I'm going to be starting up Mr. 5 feet tall, Kyler Murray. Now, I know last week, Kyler Murray, I told you guys, he's going to be great. I told you he was going to be great, and you know what he did? He shit the bed, and now you're going to be thinking, Nick, you fucking idiot, how can you start Kyler Murray again? He's playing against the Steelers. The Steelers have a good defense. Blah, 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 blah. Kyler Murray is 5 feet tall. You're right. He fucking sucks. He's an idiot. He's overrated. Blah, 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 blah. That's what you're probably thinking. You know what I think? I think Kyler Murray has a bounce-back game against the Pittsburgh Steelers. I think Kyler Murray runs a train on him. He runs left. He runs right. Touchdown. I like Kyler Murray secondary in this game. I'm going to be sitting down Ducky Duck Hodges, Devlin Hodges, as Pat McAfee, they call him Duck, you know, quack, 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 motherfucker. Duck Hodges, I don't think plays all that great against the Arizona Cardinals. I think that this may be a close game where Duck Hodges does look well or look okay, but are you going to be starting a guy named Duck Hodges? Are you going to be starting some guy on the Steelers who make it as bench for Mason Rudolph if he makes a few mistakes in this game? You better believe you will not. Now onto the Seattle Seahawks at the LA Rams. The LA Rams ran a certifiable train on the Arizona Cardinals. I told you guys to sit Jared Goff, and you better believe that was a fucking wrong decision. Jared Goff laid the pipe to the Arizona Cardinals. But in this game, I think that he does not do shit. So he's going to be a sit. I don't trust him. I have zero trust in him. Even after a huge game, I just do not trust Mr. Jared Goff. I'm going to be starting up Russell Wilson in this game. Obviously, Russell Wilson in contention to be the MVP, but we all know who the MVP of this season is. It's Lamar Jackson. You can't fucking even be confident in thinking Russell Wilson could be the MVP, but I still think he could be great for your fantasy team. Up against the LA Rams, a defense that has been torched before by quarterbacks that are mobile, like Lamar Jackson. So I think that Russell Wilson could be great in this game, so I like him as a start against the LA Rams in LA. Next game here, we got the Giants at the Eagles, the Monday Night Football special, and it's not going to look very special at all. This NFC East game is going to be fucking awful. You got Eli Manning coming back after Danny fumbles, is in a walking boot like Big Ben Roethlisberger, so you're obviously going to be sitting down Eli Manning. You can't have any trust in him. If this was Daniel Jones's game, maybe I would start him, but no. You better believe Eli Manning probably is not going to do shit in this game. You're obviously going to start up Carson Wentz after he laid the pipe into the Dolphins, but baby, the Dolphins fucking won, baby, and Carson Wentz is going to play good against the Giants and probably skull fuck them into the oblivion. I like Carson Wentz in this game to be a top 10 guy that may end up being sneaky top 5. Thank you guys all for watching this video. If at any point you ended up enjoying, please make sure to click that subscribe button down below. It also may be on your screen right now, you know, right down here. Whoop, 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 right down here. Click that fucking subscribe button. Make sure to have a great rest of your day. Click on one of the videos that's here or down here. Nope, wrong way. That here or down here. Make sure to click on one of those videos. Check out overlaydfs.com. Link down below in the description. I love each and every single one of you guys. Have a great rest of your Thursday. Goodbye, my friend.